Hey guys, it's me, and today I'm here to do the Goth Tag. I was inspired to do this video by watching Dumpster Dolly's video for it. So, yeah, let's get into these questions, shall we? Question number 1. How long have you been goth? I've been goth since, well, I've been identifying as goth since I was about 12 and a half. But I didn't really start dressing goth until I was 13, and fully identifying as goth until I was 13. So, yeah. Mentally and emotionally, I was goth when I was about 12 and a half, but I didn't really start getting the look until I was about 13. How were you introduced to goth? I was introduced to goth back when my sister went through an emo phase, and like the different types of music that she would listen to. But the one band that really got me into the Gothic subculture though was Within Temptation, and the band that got me into dressing more goth and dressing the way that I dressed back in my baby back years. Well, I say dressing the way that I dressed back then. The way that I wanted to dress back then was Cradle of Filth, because back then I saw them as this huge goth icon. Now, don't get me wrong, I do still like Cradle of Filth. I just don't look up to them as religiously as I used to. What Gothic subgenre would you put yourself in? I really don't want to put myself into a subgenre, because I've mentioned this in my What Kind of Goth Am I video. I take influences from the different aspects and the different subgenres within the Gothic subculture. Like I take inspiration from Rivethead, Death Rock, Trad Goth, Metalhead, Cybergoth. I take influences from everything, so yeah, I don't like to sit myself in one place. Number 4. What do you believe to be the basis of the Gothic subculture? I probably would have to say that the basis of the Gothic subculture would be both the music and the fashion, because like the music is really what started it, because the Gothic subculture started back in the 80s during I believe it was Britain's punk movement, with bands like The Cure, Susie and the Banshees, and all of them peoples out there. The look goth started also with them. So the basis of the Gothic subculture, in my opinion, is both the music and the look. So some people will disagree and just say that it's the music, other people will say that it's the look. I say it's both. Number 5. What do you dislike about being goth? Probably the people who think that there is a assigned way to do things, like the elitists who think that there is an assigned way to do everything, and if you don't do everything a certain way and you identify as goth and you don't do those certain things, then you're automatically not goth. Number 6. What do your parents think of it? Well, since I only live with my dad, I can only atone for what he thinks of it, so. But my dad, he's okay with it. When I first started getting into the subculture though, he was a bit nervous about it, because my dad, when I first started getting into the Gothic subculture, he thought that I was becoming a Satanist. But then he started to realize that I wasn't. So, and he started to adjust more to it. And he's okay with it. He, like me, I only dress a certain way when I'm around him. Like sometimes like different ways I dress around, like for videos, and also that I dress when I'm around friends. I don't dress that way around my dad, because just simply because I'm trying to make sure that he feels comfortable around me, and I don't want him feeling uncomfortable. Because if he's feeling uncomfortable, then it's going to make me feel uncomfortable. So, yeah. But then too, my dad was rather okay with it once he started to adjust to it. Because I mean, like my dad grew up listening to like back when my dad was a young adult, he would go to like concerts and go to like AC/DC, Black Sabbath, Ozzy Osbourne, people like them. So yeah. Number 7. Eyebrows or no eyebrows? My eyebrows are real. I wouldn't mind drawing on my eyebrows, but I'm just so nervous because I overthink everything. I'm too scared to actually shave them off and draw them on. So what I'm thinking I'll probably wind up doing one day is blocking out my eyebrows like how drag queens do it, and then draw my eyebrows on just to see how it looks, and if I like it, and if I like it and I do it for a few weeks, I might consider shaving them off. But as of right now, my eyebrows are staying. Number 8, what is your favorite band? If they're talking about goth bands, I don't like to play favorites. I really don't like to play favorites, but if they're but when it comes to goth bands, there's actually only really but 2 goth bands I listen to, because I really don't like the traditional goth bands that much. Just simply because it's just not my cup of tea. But I love Susie and the Banshees, and there's a modern death rock band called All Gone Dead that I like. Really like their stuff, so yeah. But in general, my favorite band of all time is Epica. Even though my Winter Sun shirt is probably making you all disagree with that. But yes, Epica is my favorite band of all time. So, yeah. Number 9, what's your opinion on Marilyn Manson? Okay, I have never been like a huge fan of Marilyn Manson. I mean, he does have a few good songs that I like, but I've never been like obsessed with him or seen him as like this huge contributor to the Gothic subculture. Because, I mean, Marilyn Manson, he has a different style, a different aesthetic. But, so back to like my opinion on Marilyn Manson, I don't really care for him. I mean, I understand a lot of goths really do like him, but me personally, I just don't care. Number 10, what were your baby bat days like? My baby bat days were a total mess. I thought skull shirts were the most goth thing you could wear, and I was obsessed with looking like people within like music videos, like say like music videos for like Cradle of Filth, Dimmu Borgir, Within Temptation, like Evanescence. Back then in my baby bat days, I wanted to look like that because I thought that was how goths looked back then. Because I was dumb and stuff. And I have some stuff that look like things that you'd see in those music videos, like my boots and my shoes and my platforms. But really, everyone has their own particular look, and I have my look, and I'm happy with my look. Now, back then, I didn't like my look because I wanted to achieve a certain look that I knew I would never be able to achieve. But now I have achieved a look that I absolutely love, and I'm never going to change it. Take that, Obama. Thank you all for watching. Don't forget to hit subscribe. All my links are down in the description box below. And I tag all of you who want to do this tag, because I really don't know what individuals would actually want to do this tag. So, yeah. So, until I see you guys in my next video, goodbye.